Ayup Woodlanders. Today we are preparing for winter, ironically during some of the worst weather in July on record. The aim is to get all of our firewood cut, split and ready for burning for this winter. And in this video we're going to examine what it costs me to produce our firewood and how much money can we actually save on gas and electricity. The little elves have all gone home. Together as a team we've managed to get 8 of these wire cages done. As a volume I think these are about, it's about the same as a 1 ton sack, and a 1 ton sack is about 0.7 of a cubic metre, and these wire basket cages are about the same ish. So we've got 5.5 cubic metres of firewood done, which is about half of what we use in the winter. Come on, let's go and get some bit more done. One thing we don't want to run out of firewood. That would be a catastrophe. I mean, what kind of woodsman runs out of firewood? It's day 2 of our log splitting today. A couple of weeks ago we managed to get about 6 baskets done of ours, 2 baskets done for my sister. We're down the bottom end this morning. Ordinarily I don't do log splitting down the bottom end because I can't get them to dry properly because you don't get the wind. Up here we get prevailing wind from that direction, so it dries logs out better. However, I've had no choice this year because when I wanted to extract the timber up to the top end, it was around about April time and we just had rain forever. I decided to just leave them down the bottom end in the line. I shall cut and split them down there now rather than extract them again and lift them twice. And then once they're in the baskets, I'll put my pallet tines on, bring them up to the top end so I can store them up here then. They're easier for me to get to, they dry out better, and we're all ready then for winter. I'll let you sit by the fire now in winter.
Yeah.
Bella's got to do some in a minute. And so concludes another day with the Rosselli 6-tool splitter. I love this tool. We've accomplished our mission, and that's to be winter ready with our firewood. On average we use about 14 of those round baskets that you see in the pictures. This year we've got 2 spares from last winter. So I needed at least 12, and we've actually managed to get, I think, about 14 and a half. So to give you an idea, to get those 14 and a half baskets has taken 2 days. They're not full days. We start at 9, finish about 3:30, 4 o'clock normally. You may notice there's 4 of us on the machines, me on the chainsaw and 3 others on the splitting. You don't need 3. 2 on the splitter is ideal, so 1 out of the trailer, straight on the splitter, person splits, they hoof it into the thing, and by that time the next one's in and ready and just wallop down, and that works really well. Now cost wise, which is always of interest really, how much does it cost to produce your winter firewood? So the bare bones cost of this has cost 2 days for 4 people. It's used up a full gallon of Aspen 2. That's a particularly expensive 2-stroke premix fuel that's got, it's an alkylate fuel that's supposed to be better for something. I don't really know. We'll go into Aspen on another talk one day. A gallon of Aspen in the UK at my local suppliers is £25 per gallon. Well, that's 5 litres, so it's just over a gallon. The tractor uses a gallon of diesel per day, so we've used 2 gallons of diesel. Pump price for a gallon of diesel, you've got to be looking at about £9 a gallon, so that's £18 for fuel in the tractor. Other than that, there is no real extra costs. Of course, that doesn't really paint a true and accurate picture, because if you thought, you know what, if it's only going to cost me £40 a year to get me all my own firewood, you're a little bit mistaken. And that's because, of course, I've got a tractor, that's a lot of money. Log splitter, that's another lot of money. I've got a forestry chainsaw, which is another chunk of money. Then I've spent maybe 5 days in the winter cutting and felling the trees. Another day stacking all the logs. There's another day yet to get the logs from the bottom end up to the top end and get them all stacked up here. So of course just fuel cost isn't a true and accurate picture. However, I've done the maths, and on average, before the price hike of gas and electricity last winter in the UK, I would save on average about £1,100 per year on not firing up the boiler and not using extra electricity for things. So I save myself on average over £1,000 a year not paying Centrica, which is a controversial topic. They're saying they've just released their billions of pounds worth of profits for last year, which really has stirred the mud here. We've had the log burner now for, let me think, we've had it installed now for 6 years. So that means, on average, and this is an absolute minimum, I've managed to save £6,000 in gas and electricity over that period. If I didn't have a log burner, my gas and electricity bill would be at least £1,100 extra per year. Now that's quite a significant saving. Now I know we've got our own woodland. You can see why a lot of people are going on to log burners when the price of gas and electricity is what it is. What I do now is I leave these logs to air dry. I cover them over. We start burning around about October, and this year we carried on burning right through till May. December right through till March, it's on every single day, nearly all day. So it's a lot of logs. I hope that's given you a little insight
into what we do to prepare our firewood ready for winter. And by all means, share your tips on wood fuel preparations that you make in the comments. And if you're able to, why not take one step closer to fuel self-sufficiency? See you on the next one.